Okay, I'm installing this diesel heater. I'm putting it actually in my bay, and I'm gonna have one vent that goes in the bay and then one vent that goes up into a rear bedroom so that the bay and the rear bedroom will be heated by it. Real simple install. Just had to cut a little hole out in the bottom to mount that on there so that the intake and the exhaust aren't up against anything. I'm gonna seal around it on the outsides there because it's supposed to be in a flat bottom. I don't have that, so I got high temp RV I'm gonna put around it, but that plate won't get hot. And then I just plumbed into the fuel tank right here that's going to go in the bay for right now. Pretty simple. There's a fuel pump that goes in it. You got a couple connections to make. This is the inlet side of the fuel pump. They're real chintzy on giving you rubber hose. So they give you this fuel line like this that you stick into a little piece of rubber, and then you put hose clamps on it instead of just running a big rubber hose the whole way. So it consists of a filter, and then a fuel pump, and then it goes right to the actual unit itself. So real simple install, and it's gonna have an exhaust pipe that goes one way. There's a muffler on it, and then an intake tube, so it's got fresh air for the combustion. We'll see how it goes, but it's 5 kilowatts, I think is what it is. I believe is what they said it was. It was under $200, so we'll see the longevity of it, but I'll post the Amazon link to it when it's done. The hardest part is just, mounting that, finding a place to put it. Actually, I didn't want it on my bedroom floor up there. I didn't want to have to run the exhaust out the side of the bus, so I did it down here in the bay. And if I like it, maybe I'll add another one to another bay. But this is the bay I got to worry about it freezing up. Okay, so I got it now. It's working. It's putting out some serious heat. It sounds like a jet engine. It did come with a muffler, which I didn't install it on there, but I'm going to, because once I put it on it, it's much quieter. So I will do that. It didn't come with any kind of clamp to hold the muffler on. That's why I didn't put it on, but I'll get it. I'm real happy with it. It took a little bit to get it primed. There's a special function in the computer. I don't know if you can hear me, it's so loud. The computer thing is pretty hard to use. Got it hanging up in here right now, but this thing is very complicated. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't even figured out how to set the thermostat on it yet. That's a whole nother thing. But it's working, and my bay will be heated. I won't have plumbing freezing anymore. Be able to run it off a diesel. Right now I have it on a separate little tank. Eventually I could plumb it into the fuel system on the bus. Just haven't got that far yet. Okay, so I had to flip the miter box around upside down the other way. Luckily it can do that to get the fan to spin in the correct direction. But now it is. That's the rotation it's going to be turning. We're just getting ready to make that tensioner. Mike's fabbing up that tensioner now. He's making a little mount for it. We're getting there. Okay, so there is the belt tensioner that we fabbed up. So we had the spacer made over by Iconic, and then the fabricator here, Mike, welded this base on here, and then we put a spring on it as well with a bolt that's welded to the bottom there, so it's adjustable, and that adds our tension to the belt. So I think it's pretty slick. As we crank it down, this arm pivots up, tensioning the belt. Easy to get to. It's there. The miter box is there. Again, I had to flip it over this morning so that it turned the right way. Thank goodness it was able to do that. Everything looks nice and straight. I think we're in good shape. Yeah, good alignment on the belts, nice tension on the belts. This belt tensioner, we've had that since day one, so that wasn't too hard to come up with, which is not on there right now. It's going to come up. I'm just getting ready to tension it. So this will come up here and tension that belt. This was a lot of work. I've been here over a week, but I'm only 22 hours into it. And to get the radiator and everything back in, I'm probably like about another 3 or 4 hours before we're done with it. So it was definitely a lot of labor. A lot of things had to be made. I had to wait on people. That's why I only got 20 some hours. Between the welder Mike and then other waiting for parts and belts and we had to change the belt lengths and everything. So this was a big job, but hopefully this is the last thing he'll ever have to do to this. And now that it's got new belts on it, I don't think we're going to see any issues. Okay, the fan is in and it's moving the right direction, so it's spinning that way. The tensioner is in and tight. Got nice tension on the belts. That tensioner is in and on. The radiator is going back in. Whew. Can't wait for this to be done.